Sorry about that. My computer died, so we're back. But box cut was the other one we did, and I know with the box cuts we took radial sections, which is different than vertical because all the radial sections come from one point on the top of the head near the crown, and you divide the hairs kind of like pizza pie slices, stuff like that, and you comb it up to one point, and you cut at that point, and you bring all the hair up to the same point. Alright, yeah, so that was for the 20th. What else did we do that day? We did a skateboard blow dry procedure. We did 2 regular blow dries, or I did at least. And I think that was it. A skateboard thermal curling procedure. So it's how you would do the curls for the skateboard exam. I don't know if I'm allowed to show you guys skateboard stuff or not. So I'm going to be safe and not do that because that has to do with like tests and stuff. But I really don't know if I'm allowed to. So, okay, Wednesday, we did 8-3. I'm sorry, my nose is like driving me up a wall right now. It's design composition. Yeah, this has to do with the 80% of the hair designer's success is based on communication skills and ability to build rapport, and 20% is based on technical skills. So design elements have to do with form, texture, and color. We already kind of discussed what form was in the first chapter we did, so chapter 9. But form is the outline or silhouette of an object, 3-dimensional representation of shape. And lines create shapes, or they create movement and like direction for where your eyes are going to look in a cut. Let's see. So then they have a line. It consists of a series of points that are connected with each other in a variety of directions. Angles are formed at the point where 2 lines meet, and a shape is a 2-dimensional figure consisting of points, lines, and angles. So there are different types of lines. We have horizontal lines. They're parallel to the horizon. So this would be parallel. They add width. They open up a narrow face, and they add weight or bulk to the cut into your shape. Vertical lines, or lines that are like this, these are parallel vertical lines, are at a right angle to the horizon, so this is the horizon, this is your vertical line. Add the illusion of length, make a wide face look narrower, and remove bulk when used in hair cutting. Diagonal lines lead the eye to a focal area, so diagonal lines are lines that are like this, at any angle to the horizon. They lead the eye to a focal area, so if you do a diagonal forward, that line's leading your eye towards the front of my face. If you do diagonal back, your eye's led away. They allow movement when used in hair cutting. Diagonal forward lines move towards the face, diagonal back move away from the face, like I said. Curved lines, they're softer than straight lines. They soften angular faces, distract from hard features, allow blending when used in hair cutting, create the illusion of movement, and they move in opposite directions. Curved lines create wave patterns. So if curve goes this way, curve goes that way, it's a wave pattern. Alright, then we have texture, which is the appearance or feel of the surface of the hair. It's a design element that creates interest in the design. So texture speed describes the size of the actual texture pattern. Smaller patterns are called fast speeds and larger patterns are called slow speeds. So the way it was explained to me is that fast fades are like this. So if someone's curl is really curly, you would pull it out and it would shoot right back. If you have like a kind of wave to your hair, my hair's not dry, but you'd pull it and it's not really going to bounce back too far. So it's slow. That's just called a slow texture speed. Yeah, so different textures create a different character in a hairstyle. Then we have color. The effects of different colors have on a hairstyle are: they add depth, add dimension, the illusion of more shine, add illusion of texture, and draw attention to a special area. Warm colors make you feel warm, attract the eye, are cheerful and exuberant. Cool colors remind you of the cold, ice or coldness, are distant, quiet, and can seem gloomy. Light colors soften the face, seem to come forward, add brightness. Add harshness to the features. The dark colors add harshness to the features, seem to recede, and add depth. And then we have design principles. So the first design principle is repetition. It's a pattern in which an element is identical. Alternation, a pattern in which the element changes from one to another repeatedly. So like in highlights, it would be highlight, hair, not highlighted hair, highlighted hair, not highlighted hair, back and forth. And progression, it's a pattern which an element changes gradually in an ascending or descending scale. Okay, so I used to have hair color in my hair, and I didn't do it on purpose, but it was like a blondish color up here, and it got redder towards the bottom because I had a burgundy color underneath it before, but it progressed from this lighter blonde color all the way down to the red. So there's like oranges and golds in the middle. So that's a progression. And then contrast, it's a pattern in which an element has a relationship of opposites that creates interest, variety, and excitement. So if you have like a really bright color, that's contrasting from the color that you have in your hair. Okay. Balance. So, symmetrical balance is created when weight is positioned equally on both sides of a center axis, creating a mirror image. The focus remains on the silhouette of the hair design. So, if my hair is cut the same on both sides, it's pretty much symmetrical. If it's like parted down the middle, it's a mirror. If you could fold it, it would lay exactly on top of each other. Asymmetrical balance is created when weight is positioned unequally from a center axis. However, visual balance can still be achieved even though the actual mass of the hair is off-center. So, I have a side part, but it would be like if this side was really short and this side was longer. So like Victoria Beckham used to have like the one side longer than the other. That's asymmetrical, even though they're kind of close. You don't have to be like this. That'd be ridiculous. A lot of people probably wouldn't want their hair cut like that with asymmetrical balance, and I think it would be hard to achieve an overall balance when doing a haircut like that. Yeah, see, so even an asymmetrical design needs to have healthy proportions between its larger and smaller parts. For instance, asymmetry in length should not exceed more than 1/3 of the face. So, if this is 1/3 of my face and I have hair up here, the other one shouldn't be all the way down here. That's a little ridiculous, but I could have a haircut that kind of went like that. I don't know why I'd want to. This is probably a better example. So if I wanted something short that went down to here on my face, I wouldn't want here and here. It's too much of a step. Asymmetry in width should not exceed the distance from the tip of the nose to the side of the face. So it would be that much. I have it even on both sides, but if I wanted to do it like that, like you'd have so much more on this side than you do on this side. It's really puts your face off balance. So that's pretty much it for chapter 8. So that was pretty good. That wasn't what we did on Wednesday. That's what we did on Thursday, because on Wednesday we had our nuts and bolts, which I'll put in a different video. Or I might just skip it, because I'm really not allowed to tell you guys anything from the nuts and bolts. If you guys want me to go through the nuts and bolts from this Wednesday, like I have in the past, I'll do it for you, but let me know, because I don't think you're getting anything out of it. So, let's see. On Wednesday we did do haircuts too with the nuts and bolts. So we did 2 increased layering and a flat iron, blowout, another curling iron set. And then on Thursday, we did round layering, which round layering is really similar to the state board haircut. So that was interesting to learn. I was really annoyed because one of the teachers was really rushing me. She was like, you have this much time to cut this much hair, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I respect her because she's a professional. She went to school somewhere else in a different state, and she put in a lot of time there. Her state requirement had a lot of hours. So I respect her a lot. She's been in the field for a while, and I understood that she wanted me to not be standing there cutting the same haircut all day. But in round layering, and especially with the state board, we're cutting it on the state board mannequin Debbie, which we need to use, and if we cut it too short, we have to go and buy a new one, which I didn't want to have to do, but I might have to do that now. I felt really rushed, and I knew I wasn't going to do good work while I'm rushed. It's the first or second time I'm doing round layers in my life. I didn't want to be rushed, and I figured, I don't know, I could have just not listened to her, and that's probably what I should have done, but it's all a learning experience, so. But usually go with your gut, and my gut was telling me, like, I'm going to jack this thing up if I do, like, what she told me to. So, yeah, we had the round layering, 2 round layered haircuts on Thursday. and a skateboard curling procedure, skateboard blowout, and a blow dry. Oh, and a curling iron set. So the difference between the skateboard blow dry and a curling iron set, when I say it, well, clearly because I didn't tell you what a skateboard curling iron procedure was, but it's only part of the head, and then they make us go through and curl the rest of it because we need practice with curling. So other than that, on Friday we did this all skateboard stuff pretty much, so I can't tell you much about it. We did skateboard haircut. Well, okay. Jenny, Christine, and I couldn't do the skateboard haircut because of the advice our teacher gave us. All of our mannequins' hair was too short, so we had to mimic cutting the hair, and that was really annoying. But it's whatever. I'm sure I'll have practice at another time. I'm not really too concerned. So other people in our class did the skateboard haircut. And then we did the skateboard blowout procedure, skateboard curling iron, and then I did another full head of curls because I think I was short on a signature or something. So Friday was a fairly relaxed day. I really appreciated it. And to be honest, I'm kind of almost extremely excited to be done with haircutting. I really want to practice. I'd love to just keep honing my skills with haircutting. But we're moving on to color this week, and that I'm really excited about. Because in my mind, cutting is one of the only things you can really screw up on. Yes, you can screw up on a color, but you can usually almost 99% of the time fix whatever you do with color or with a style. If you style something and the curl comes out a little funky, you go back over it and you can curl it again. Like, as long as you don't really like it getting like the curling iron stuck in someone's hair or like burning someone. Those are the things that like freak me out, but I'm not too worried about that. My biggest fear is with the cutting. But I want to practice, so I don't know. If anyone like lives near me, I live in New York, and I can tell you exactly where. Rockland County, obviously. I freaking go to Capri, so if you know where Capri is, you probably live near me. You probably don't want me to cut your hair, but if you know anyone else who's like looking for cheap haircuts or something like that, I don't think it'll come out cheap because I'm very meticulous in what I do. But yeah, I don't know. Just leave me messages and stuff. I hope these things are helpful for you guys. I'm sorry I didn't post one every day this week. I'm going to try to do that better next week because I really just gave up this week. I was too busy, so yeah. But thanks for watching again, and I'll see you soon.